Okay. Yeah, okay. So me and Nazir, my best friend, were talking last night. We had a long conversation about the Bengals and our wonderful coach, Zach Taylor. If you didn't catch on, that was sarcasm, because this guy has costed us another season. Yeah, I know we got kicked out of the playoffs by fudging Baltimore, but it's not the point of this video. I am frustrated with the Bengals franchise, as well as many other people, many other Bengals fans are frustrated with this franchise. Number one, dude, that has fueled this frustration for me is people keep, pushing these narratives that, Joe Burrow is going to get traded. But Joe Burrow doesn't want to trade. No team wants Joe Burrow. In fact, no team is willing to give up their current QB for this guy who can't stay healthy. And yes, Joe Burrow has wonderful talent. He's very talented. I'm not going to deny that. But what I'm saying is no team is going to give up round picks for this guy. He's not worth it. And as a Bengals fan, I am disappointed with what has happened this season. This is probably one of our worst seasons. One of the worst seasons since we had Andy Dalton, and I'm not even joking. Because that guy was a fudging disaster for this franchise, and we got rid of the guy. Now he's, backup QB for the Carolina Panthers? But it's not the point. Off topic again. But the point of this video is we need to get rid of Zach Taylor. And I'm absolutely serious. We need to get rid of Zach Taylor because what he has done this season, oh my gosh. And not even just Zach Taylor. The entire front office. Okay? The entire front office. Okay? You have people in the front office that think it's okay, you know what? To keep our season alive, I'm gonna put Joe Flacco out there. We're gonna trade for Joe Flacco in the middle of the stinking season. Because you know what? We had Jake Browning for 2 games that we both lost, and then Joe Burrow goes down week 3 maybe? Week 3 I think, if I remember correctly. And he goes down, and as a result of that, they trade in the middle of the season. They trade for Joe Flacco, and the guy went 1-5, while the front office does not see the fact that even before he went 1-5 with the stinking Bengals, they did not see that every single team he was with has got rid of him very quickly. That's a red flag. Every single general manager, every single GM knows that that's a red flag. That's why they trade strategically. Either our entire front office is ran by total idiots, or our front office is literally ran by a bunch of meth heads. And I'm not even exaggerating at this point. Because, seriously, dude, we need a front office change like you won't believe, dude. You won't believe it. Look, I'm really trying not to completely lose my cool. Yes, I'm still a loyal Bengals fan, but something has got to change because we have got to stop, okay? This is our 3rd year of missing the playoffs, okay? And if we keep on missing the playoffs, we're going to end up trading a whole bunch of players that we really shouldn't be trading, based off of how stupid our front office is. Okay, they traded Joe fudging Mixon in 2023 so they could save room on their rosters. Meanwhile, you expect the same front office to save our season, right? No, they didn't. They traded for Joe Flacco, who went 1-5, and with his other teams, They may have won 1 or 2 games, max, with these other teams. And they thought, oh, well, he's going to save our season. When in the heck is a 1-5 QB going to save our season? My guy, he ruined our season. And then when Burrow got back, he won 1 or 2 games. And I don't even know what Zach Taylor was fudging doing in the stinking Baltimore game where they didn't even clean off the seats. They didn't even do nothing. The seats were full of fudging snow. I was going to that game, and something happened last minute, and I didn't get to go. And I'm fudging glad I didn't get to go because the seats were not even cleaned off. You're telling me that they couldn't even clean off the seats. So meanwhile, people went and sat in snow to watch the Bengals get blown out of the water 0-31. And if that isn't bad enough, you have Joe Burrow himself coming out and expressing dissatisfaction with Zach Taylor and the stinking front office of that stupid, I don't even know what you're going to call it anymore, dude. What I have watched, and what my grandparents have watched, and what my best friend has watched, and what every other Bengals fan that I know has watched this season was horrible. Okay? I really want each and everybody watching this video to look at that Baltimore Ravens game where we got blown out 0-31. Where we didn't even score once the entire game. We look like fudging idiots out there. On national television, we were watched blown out of the water 0-31 with the seats not even cleaned off. And it was negative degrees outside, wind chill. The coldest game in the history of that stadium. We got blown out of the water. If it would have been 1 or 2 points off, loss, kicked, removed from the playoffs, that would have been a whole different story. But 0-31, that is unexcusable. And Zach Taylor has yet to come out, make a video personally, apologizing for what he did. Of course, he's going to apologize on the news because he wants to save his job. That's why he's happy that the Bengals won against the Cardinals yesterday. That's why he is happy about that. Because he gets to save his job. Who else? Who else is trying to save his job? Nobody. He's just happy that his job is being saved. Zach Taylor knows. Every time he shows up to work, he knows his career with the Cincinnati Bengals is almost over. Either they get rid of Zach Taylor, or we probably will never live to see another Super Bowl. That's just the honest facts. And our so-called front office has got to be changed dramatically, dude. And also, for the people that keep on spreading that stupid nonsense saying, oh, well, the Bengals are the cheapest team. Yeah, the cheapest team by what metrics? You call them the Browns family the cheapies, the cheapest in the NFL. I mean, come on, dude. Each team gets the same amount of money every single year. Each team gets the same amount of salary cap, and they get the same amount of money spent every single year. The NFL makes plenty. The NFL makes more money than teams even get. So, and that's reasonable because they have to keep the games up. But no, seriously, this is ridiculous. Because I kid you not, dude. If the Bengals keep doing this, they're gonna lose fans. Because what we watched this season was a disaster. Okay? I had my hopes up this season because we went 2-0 beginning of this season. Now we're 6-10 now? Which it doesn't even matter if we win against the Browns next week or not, even though that's our last game. Ridiculous. I forgot to mention in this video, too, that we have the players to go to the Super Bowl. We have Joe Burrow, we have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Trey Hendrickson, if they keep him. We have the players to go to the Super Bowl. We have the players to do it. We just have to have the right coach and the right, leader to get us there. We can't just we can't just keep doing what we're doing, dude. Listen, I'm going to go over something I have found really stupid. Okay, so Zach Taylor, okay, in the Baltimore Ravens game the first time when we beat them at their home, and we made all their fans leave the stadium, okay, and that was Thanksgiving Day, okay, and that was in Baltimore, okay. We used a defense, okay? We used a defense against Lamar Jackson and his offense, the rest of his offense. Guess what? Zach Taylor, with his wonderful coaching abilities, he decides to reuse the same darn defense against them again. And guess what? Lamar Jackson read our defense like a book. Every single stinking coach and defense coordinator knows that you do not reuse same defenses. Oh my gosh. Can someone explain to Zach Taylor, like he's a child, about what he's doing is clearly wrong? I don't even the words to describe it. I really don't even know how. I don't have any words to describe it.